Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. What's up? My name is Noah. Today we're going to talk about moving and traveling from different countries, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my story moving to the US. And just for disclaimer, I'm very sorry about the lights. I have two lights and the sun from outside that is not really helping. So just as you see, it's not really that bright. There is this one, the small one, and this one, and the light from outside. Okay, it's good. So, and also the camera quality is not the best. My camera should be coming in very soon, but it's still not coming in. And today I'm filming from my lovely bed. This is my charger for my phone. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes that I took, and I always write lists of what I want to talk about. So, let's get into this video. So, a little bit about my story. I am originally from Switzerland, from the east part of Switzerland, and I moved to Houston in January 2020, so around a month or 1.5 months, depends from where you are, before COVID, or not even COVID, but like before quarantine happened and all this stuff. So I was very lucky to come here before that, and my husband and we got married officially, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna tell you guys some tips and tricks on what you need or what you need to do to make sure that everything goes over as good as possible. So, my first thing is make lists. So, I have on my phone, I went to Pinterest, and on Pinterest you can make different kinds of folders, and one of my folders is a moving folder. So, for example, I have here like a page of carry-on essentials. That's going to be part of my next week's next video on Friday. And I'm going to do a video about what you need on a road trip or things to make life easier. But that's usually what I use is I write checklists on that I really do not forget stuff. So I had a whole binder ready for me. And yeah, so number 2, get all your documents in order. So for me, moving to America, I came here on a fiance visa, and that means that I needed to do a lot of things in Switzerland and in Israel. I needed to get a lot of things done, and that means in the end, when I come here, so let's just say I came here in January, I had 3 months to get married to my husband. That was my fiance back then. And I needed to have like a bunch of documents for the government or for like whoever needs it here for the officials. And I needed to check that I have everything in order. That also means like your passport, check that it's up to date, and so on, that it will not get expired in the next couple of months, and so on. Hack number 3 is use vacuum bags. So what I really like about vacuum bags, sorry, my camera is moving, is you have only a certain space for your suitcase. So for example, let's take me. I needed to fly with 2 different aircrafts and 2 different airlines. So one was Swiss, one was Singapore Airlines, and Singapore told me I can have 3 suitcases. Swiss said only 1, so in the end I flew with 1 because that was my first flight, and I needed to have a lot of stuff, but only in 1 suitcase. So what I did is I took vacuum bags, and you put all your clothes in it. You suction all the air out of these vacuum bags, and you have so much more space. So I only came here with limited amount of stuff. Like, I only brought 2 pairs of shoes and only a certain amount of hoodies and a certain amount of different things. So yeah, you literally live just on basics if you need to go like this, but usually you're a bit more organized than I am, and you can just fly over with all your stuff. Not even all my stuff is here. I still need to wait for stuff that is coming in I think November. Yeah, I need to check up on that, but I think yes. So number 4 is passport update. So I already talked about this. Just check that your passport is up to date. You have your visas. You have whatever you need to whatever country you're going to. 5, get your travel docs ready. So what I mean by that is check again that you have literally everything. That's like the most important thing that you need to have while you're traveling, is that you have it very accessible in your bag. So I had a backpack with me, so people who did not see my video what's in my hospital bag, go and look at that video. That's a bag that I had with me. So I had it in the front pocket. I had my passports, my boarding passes, my everything that I needed I had there with me. Number 6, make sure you say your goodbyes. So for me, it was pretty hard it's always for me hard to say goodbyes because I have a feeling I have separation anxiety. I have different kinds of anxieties, but separation anxiety is one of them. That means I have a very hard time to say goodbye for my mom, my dad, so I needed to say goodbye to my parents, to my brother, cousins, uncles, family, friends, to my best friend, and it was very, very hard, but I knew that they're gonna come and visit me, so it was not as bad. But make sure you say everywhere your goodbyes, and especially what I did is I just took my phone, I took a bunch of pictures with my family and friends just to make sure that I have a picture with everybody. Number 7, share your address. So for example, I moved here with my husband and I made sure my grandma has my address, my mom, my dad, my brother has my address, like anybody has my address that is like very close to me, so when they want to come and visit, they can always come and visit, and they can write me postcards, I write back postcards, and so on. Number 8 is make sure you change your currency. So in Switzerland, the currency is Swiss francs, and here in America, it's US dollars. So I think it's around the equivalent to the same, like a dollar is 1 franc. I think it's a couple cents off right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I made sure that I had dollars coming into the States. And also for me, the good part was I came into the States and my husband was already there, so he had money and he could buy me stuff that I needed. But for example, I did a stopover in Manchester, that's in the United Kingdom, in England, and I needed to make sure that I had pounds. So I could, usually you get around what you can get around with dollars, but make sure you have the currency of the country that you're in, especially if it's more than just a couple hours. Number 9 is visit before you move. So for me, it was very important to come and visit here before I decided to move here, because it's another mentality, it's other people, and so on. I don't know that many people here. I wish I would know more. So if you live in Houston, Texas, please comment down below and maybe we can like meet up or do something together. I would be very happy. And so for me, it was very important to come and visit. So I visited in 2018. I came here for 10 days. It's not a lot. Make sure you take at least 10 days to visit everything. But for example, I met his parents. We went to NASA. Yeah, make sure you just visit the country that you're going to before to make 100% sure you want that. Number 10, unclutter your clothes, or just unclutter your whole room. So before this, I lived with my mom and my dad, or I lived also in Israel. So I already went through an uncluttering process while I was moving to Israel. Then I came back and I needed to unclutter some more. Make sure that you bring what you absolutely need. For example, there's so many people like homeless people, or where you can just donate your clothes if you don't need them. Like if you don't wear something more than like a year, just give it away. That means you're not going to use it, and there's so many people that actually need all this stuff. Then number 11 is watch YouTube video hacks. So like for example me, I'm doing my experiences and my hacks that I have about moving to another country. Make sure you watch some videos about this. Every person is going to tell you something else. In the end, what I usually did is I watched the videos about it, had a notepad or a notebook, and I just wrote down anything that came to my head or that I have seen. And my mom and my dad, they were always on the move, so I also asked hacks from them. Number 12. Wash your clothes before you go. So for me, it was very important to wash my clothes because, yes, we do have a washing machine here, but you are not always sure to have a washing machine where you're going to. So make sure you have some clothes washed, or most of them you have washed, and that will make life so much easier. And then the last hack is get your bags in order. So make sure you have all your bags ready at the front door the night before, and have, for example, I had one open for like my shaver or my toothbrush and stuff like that. Make sure you have it, and then you can just pack it up and leave. And make sure you make copies of all your documents and keep them in different places so that you're 100% sure that you have just also documents with you. And yeah, so if you want a part 2, I will gonna make a part 2. On Friday, there's gonna be a video online about stuff that you can use for road trips or traveling. Right now, the whole traveling is not a huge thing. It's more road trips. So I'll do it for both, for flying and road trips. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more of my videos, please go ahead and down and subscribe to my channel so you can see all my new videos that are going to come up. Like and comment down below if you have any ideas of what videos I can do more. If you have any comments you want to share with me, that's fine. I'm going to link down below my hospital bag story, or what is in my hospital bag, so you can also see what bag I took out of the carry-on. I will link my Instagram down below, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. I have a public one for YouTube, so you can follow me there. I will have regular updates, and I will just put Instagram stories on there. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. And bye.